that new whip. Hey, Jose the dude trip.
And we're live.
Welcome to Bet Records, where we talk about hot topics, ideas, and all the shit you really want to hear.
What's going on, Bet Records fans? This is Justin. We are back at it again from our studio here in Sartell, Minnesota. We got Trenton. We got Cole. We got Q-Tip. And we got our mascot, Max, the puppy.
Maximilian.
So what's going on, boys?
Not shit. I'm about to get ready to do this fantasy football draft. If you guys aren't following already, we're doing a lot of fantasy football stuff as it comes throughout this season here. So make sure you're staying with us and follow along. So I'm gonna set this shit up. How was your day, Justin?
Yeah. So before we set up, we made a little discovery today on the App Store.
No, shut up.
So I was so today at work. Obviously, I sell phones. I work at a phone shop, and I had a man come in, and he was upgrading his Galaxy to, I think, an A52. And so he wanted to check the storage on his phone. So he's like, "How is there a way to check?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can show you." So he handed me his phone. I went into the, I swiped up to open the search bar on the phone to search settings, and his pinned and most favorite app was Pornhub. And I kind of froze for a second. I was like, Jesus. I was like, it's one thing if like you were to show me your phone, it's just in like your search bar. I'd just be like, okay. Like,
no, it's
I was just like, yeah, it's
a
typical guy thing. But the fact that there was an app, which I was in disbelief at first. So right before we got to the studio, I was telling the guys about it, and Cole was looking for it. Not shocked there.
Shut up. I wanted to see if it was a real thing, man.
And what did you discover, Cole?
Cornhub. Yeah, there's a bunch of pictures of corn.
Yeah, and what kind of categories of porn are there? Or corn.
Corn.
There's interracial corn. There's black corn. There is
Asian corn.
BBC corn. There is quite a bit. There are quite a few categories.
Who doesn't love corn?
But all you get is one picture and you can't click on them.
On the corn, on the cob, cream.
Yep. There's popcorn.
Popcorn. What's that one?
Just popcorn, man.
Just popcorn.
Our mascot won't stop trying to bite us now.
Just like.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just push him down. Like literally, just push him down. But yeah, so that was an interesting find today. Before we get into fantasy, obviously today we got a big boxing match coming up. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury is out. Not surprised.
Nope.
Trenton.
Well, couldn't he not get across
So
supposedly.
Yeah, and supposedly he had all the tools in his arsenal to, get that figured out and show up to the fight in the press conference. What was it today? Press conference?
No, the press conference was supposed to be last week, but because of it got canceled. And all he had to do was just go to the embassy, and he didn't go. Wow. And Jake even says that he said that he has connections at that embassy. He had them. They were waiting for him. And Tommy even posted something on his social media saying, all this shit is bullshit. I didn't pussy out. I couldn't get into the country. He didn't mention anything about the embassy. So and Jake's biggest claim was he said he allegedly went to London Heathrow Airport. And he says he doesn't believe that because everybody knows, in Britain, everybody knows who Tommy Fury is.
Right.
And there's not one picture of him at the airport.
Right.
Which that I kind of get. Just like, if we saw Jake Paul at the airport, I know Trent would be running up screaming like a little girl seeing
with
Justin Bieber for the first time with an I Heart Jake Paul shirt. Oh my God, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, I love you, I love you, I love you.
I'd wear my Logan Paul versus Mayweather shirt and be like, you'll never face a good opponent like your brother.
No, you'd run up with a hard on.
No, yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true.
But yeah, he is. He is being replaced by Hasim. What's his last name?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up again.
Oh, another random fighter.
Hasim Rahman Jr.
But
nuts.
He is a heavyweight. He has a 12-1 boxing record, and he's had over 100 amateur fights.
Seems like he
this is his most qualified opponent. He's bigger than Jake, more experienced.
He's 31.
I hope I finally get to see Jake get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, right.
And
So that'll be nice.
Do you think this guy is better than Tommy? Do you think? Yeah.
Yes.
I'd love to see it.
I was calling it from the beginning. Tommy Fury is not that good. Jake was gonna sleep him in one round.
Yeah, he's been boxing since 2017.
His dad is the former heavyweight champion.
Yep.
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
So this is actually a real thing. When I saw it actually scrolling through today, I was kind of like, okay, who's this fucking random dude? But this guy's got some credibility, huh?
Jake even said at the press conference, before I announced you as my opponent, you only had 5,000 followers on Instagram. Look at how many you have now. And I was like, yeah, that's true. When they announced his name, I was like, who is this?
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
Some people don't base their life off followers.
I mean, it's true, but in the sport, it's a category these days.
Yes.
And Jake had a little proposition for him. He said, so at the press conference, sitting next to Hasim was his dad, and his dad really did all the talking at first. So when him and Hasim were going at it, he said to Jake said to him, he's like, so here's the bet. If I sleep you, you have to change your Instagram handle name to I Let My Dad Down.
Then
That's fucked up.
And if you win, I'll change it to whatever you want it to be. It can be as offensive as you want. Whatever it is, I will put it.
Like permanently?
there's got to be a timeline, I would assume.
I'll leave
But
it for a while, yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, Tyron Woodley's tattoo is faded.
well, yeah, because it's on his hand. It's like when you get a tattoo in your mouth, and it just kind of fades away.
It's
with
because there's always oils that are
Right.
circulating on your
And
hands.
Right.
Wash your hands,
You're
Wash your
washing 'em,
hands,
you're-
touch abrasions.
yeah, whatever. You fall down, like whatever, right? Yeah.
Like if you were to get it on the other side, no, that's staying for life. But when you have it where natural oils are always circulating, you're touching it all the time, it's gone. Because he got it
True.
right on the inside of his middle finger.
Yeah, nobody wants that tattoo.
That's why he put it on his middle finger. What do you think he was going to put it on his forehead?
Yep.
I don't know. If you were Hasim and you sleep Jake Paul, what are you making him change his Instagram handle to?
I was looking at his Twitter just a second ago. He's got some. It looks like he's already got some ideas going. I see-
Really?
Jake does?
No, Hasim does. He tweeted. Let's see here. Hold on. Let me pull it up real quick.
Let's see. While you pull it up, I think he should change it to like Logan Paul. I don't know how.
No,
I mean, they're
that's stupid.
super
That's-
taken.
Logan's-
I
Logan's-
think that would be
No,
funny though.
No, what about...
Maybe it's too cliche. I don't know.
No,
No,
what
it's
about
not-
what about instead of
it's not
Jake
good,
Paul, just
but
say
actually-
Logan's
That's not a good
brother?
idea.
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Logan's brother,
He
basically.
has Jake Paul, fake Paul. Let's see if there's any
Yeah,
others
you could
here.
do better than that.
These are both.
Jake
Those
Paul,
suck.
those are okay. I mean, those are pretty good. If you beat the guy, those are pretty good in my opinion.
Well, hitting Jake Paul is
I
like a
guess.
fucking straight sentence. You could do whatever you want.
Eh.
We
I
have to do
disappointed
it.
my dad. That's pretty. Like,
I
come
let-
on.
I let-
Like,
no.
come on, that's a fucking sentence.
I let
That's
my
not
dad
even a
down.
name.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I mean, simplicity is.
I don't know. And the entire time Jake was doing his whole shtick, put money on this fight, this and that. Hasim was simply just like, I'm not a bettor. I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
We don't believe in that. And Jake was like, bullshit. Like, no. Place money. And Hasim was like, I'm not playing your fucking game.
Yeah.
Which I respect. Like, if
Yeah.
I was in a press conference with Jake Paul and he was doing that shit, I'd be like, I'm not playing your fucking game.
Well, yeah, no doubt.
It's like, I'm here to box.
Right. I'm here to talk shit about how I'm gonna knock you out and be done with it. Yeah. I agree
Yeah,
with
and
that.
I'm already getting paid for the fight, so why do I care?
Yeah, exactly.
Why am I gonna bet on myself to win? That's like running for class president and then voting for yourself, or doing what Josh did and being the Instagram handler for Phi Tom, wishing himself a happy birthday.
I remember that.
That's exactly what that is.
Oh, he did. He totally did, too.
Hey, man,
But
someone's
yeah.
got to do it.
But yeah,
Happy
it goes
birthday,
down.
Josh
It goes
Bird.
down August 9th. I
Yep.
think it is at the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, New York.
August
City.
6th. August 6th. Saturday, August 6th, 9 p.m. Eastern.
And Amanda Serrano. I was actually looking at tickets in the lower level center. It's just $200 a ticket,
Damn.
which for a
That's
boxing match at Madison Square Garden, that is incredible.
Yeah, you gotta get to Madison Square Garden first, though.
Okay, I get a
Okay.
flight.
It's a fight. It's not that bad.
Just
Yeah.
walk. You'll make it by August.
It's probably cheaper. It's probably not that. It's probably like 200, 300 round
To
trip.
walk to New
Not too
York
bad.
City.
It's $400 round trip to Maine, and that's out of the way. A flight to New York is in the way.
Because
So
what?
that'd
How
be
long would
really
it take me to walk to the cities if I left
A while.
right now?
Oh, yeah, like 9 hours. No, way
Takes
more
a
than
walk
9
into the
hours. So it
cities?
would probably take like a day and a half.
Yeah, it's probably take forever. Man.
Like a full day and a half.
Especially because we're in Sartell, so you're even further away from the cities.
Just go into maps and then
Yeah,
put in the
no, I
place
got
and
it
then
right
just
now, I
put
got it
walking. Just do the cities first.
Do Minneapolis.
Hold on. Yeah, we're gonna do Minneapolis.
All right, we gotta find this out, and then we gotta
I'm
get to
gonna-
this football.
I'm gonna beat Trenton for sure. Cause
He's not even working.
I'm not even like close
Oh,
right now.
fuck.
Not even close. We're gonna see what
Walking
happens.
23 hours and 43 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
It would take
Okay.
23 hours to walk to New York or the cities.
To the city.
In
yeah.
what?
Oh.
In like how does it
Now
say
check
how
New York.
fast I'm walking? Because occasionally
I'm
I'll
sure
just
it's
Average
like,
walk
I'm
speed.
sure it's assuming a pretty normal pace.
because
Probably even
because
pretty
every now and then I'm just gonna get a little.
396
36
hours.
It would take you to walk to New York from here.
196.
300.
Oh, jeez, that's worse than that.
1,279 miles.
How many days is that?
A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
7
A lot of fucking days.
So it's 96 is 4 days. So
So I'm saying you'll get there by August. That's all I'm saying, dude.
I'll get there by the end of this month.
Literally. You'll get there in a week or
96
two.
for 4
You'll
days.
get there
Yeah, I'll
sometime,
just check.
sometime in 2022. In 2022.
No,
That's assuming if I don't die of heat stroke or get hit by a car.
16.5 hours.
Yeah, no,
Or
it's
16.5
days.
It would take 16.
Okay, so
days.
2 weeks.
Yeah, a little more than 2 weeks if you wanted to walk from Minnesota to New York City.
Yeah, and I mean I could also hitchhike too.
You would make it in time for
Yeah,
the
but then
fight.
you run the risk of getting kidnapped or murdered.
I'll carry a gun with me.
Well, I mean, I guess
Do
we
you
do
have a
that.
permit to carry?
No.
Exactly.
Okay, has that stopped any criminals?
No, true, but you'll still get in trouble then.
Hey Justin, did you see this yet?
Heinz Field to get report Steelers. Heinz Field to get new name. Really?
Yeah, Heinz Field. Switching a little bit to football. Steelers Heinz Field is getting a new name in 2022, and
That's
the
actually
fans
surprising.
fans are not happy, bro. Pittsburgh Steelers. Yep.
Yeah,
Nah.
They
damn
don't
it.
want their stadium
Did you-
named after
wait,
ketchup
did you say
anymore?
football
Yeah,
or
and they're getting rid of the
baseball?
ketchup
I
bottles
thought you said
too.
Baseball for a
No,
second
I
there.
think it's
No, that's PNC Park.
I know, but I thought you
Yep.
said baseball, and I was like,
It
why are
will
you
be
saying
renamed Acrisure Stadium.
That's a terrible.
Acrisure is a Michigan brokerage firm based in Grand Rapids.
Jeez.
Why would
They're
they
in
name it
Pennsylvania.
They're probably getting a lot of
Why,
money for it.
why
Though.
would they possibly?
So
name it
so
that?
Justin, what are we thinking here? This
I
is kind of
think-
in your neck of the woods.
I think that that's honestly worse than renaming Staples Center to Crypto.com Arena.
You think so?
That's
Well,
a thing.
I
That
feel
might
like
be-
that was
Yeah.
more iconic though. But yeah, that just happened this past year.
Because Staples Center is actually like, oh man, like it's like a historic arena, and then
Right.
for them to just change the name, it's kind of just like, ooh, it'd be like if Madison Square Garden changed its name. Everybody would be rioting in the streets. What are you doing? This and that. I mean, Heinz Field is relatively a new stadium. 2001. Okay, so it's just about as old as Gillette Stadium, but
Yeah, it's about 20
but
years
they're
old.
locked. But the Patriots are locked in like a contract with Gillette, so.
Sure, which
And
makes
besides,
sense.
I'm pretty sure Heinz is based in Pittsburgh. That was like the whole reason.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it because I was reading something earlier. Is that what you're seeing as well? No, Keitup's looking at something else. But
No,
I was
it's
reading
something
too that yeah, the fans were pissed. Like, okay, this isn't even a local company, and no one's fucking heard of this company either. So it's not only is it like Target's based out of Minnesota, right? So like Target Center, that makes sense.
XL Energy.
This is just literally out of nowhere. Fans are not happy, and the season hasn't even started.
Well, it also depends, like how much that firm is paying them.
Right, but yeah, I don't know. You would think they got to be paying him a shit ton. I don't know why Heinz wouldn't have.
Yeah, because if
Overpay- I don't know, dude.
if they were only paying them like an extra $1 or $5, they would say hell no.
Oh, yeah.
Like they would
It's
need
so
to
little.
at least pay them $100 million more.
Right, of course.
Well, yeah, that's a lot.
It'd be kind of like to me, I would actually grab a torch and a pitchfork if they changed the name of Fenway Park.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty iconic. I don't think they would.
It is.
They've had the same name for
Fenway
for
Park, yeah, it's a
110
huge-
years.
Really?
Huge,
Yeah.
like, park.
Yep.
It's been-
I told you I've been there once, right?
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
literally
It's
just
since
named after the
1911,
street
bro.
that it's on.
Yeah. Well, and that's how they used to do it before the big brand deals, I'm sure, right?
True.
Yep. Oh, it's on fucking First Ave. It's First Ave Stadium,
I
whatever.
wouldn't be surprised if it's not protected historically. It's probably
It probably is.
Might be like a not a national park or a historical
it's
site.
added to the National Register of Historic Places. Also a Boston landmark, which will regulate further changes to the park. It's to become a Boston landmark.
I was gonna say,
Interesting.
What's the Minnesota Loons stadium name?
Allianz.
Is that a Minnesota company?
Allianz Field. Good question. I don't know if it's based out of Minnesota.
It's a medical company. Is it Allianz? Pretty sure it's a medical company.
It is. It's life insurance. No,
It's
some kind of insurance.
Yep, it is a life insurance company.
Yep.
It's the Allianz Life, at least.
Yep.
And a financial services
Germany.
provider. Yep, Germany.
Really? Yeah.
Insurance and asset management.
Weird.
Munich.
Well,
Oops.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know about that one because I was gonna say because Target still sponsors the Loons with their jerseys and shit, right? But
Yeah, well,
it's
I'm sure
not
they're
a
calling it
Target.
sponsors.
Yeah, it's not a Target Stadium or nothing. But
well,
again,
they're
Target
at
Minnesota.
Target Field, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
I was gonna say because Target's biggest. You know, I'm actually surprised that no stadium is named after Walmart.
I'm sure there will be one
True.
at least.
I can't, off the top of my head, I can't think of any arena that's named after Walmart,
No.
unless if it's in like a smaller city for a
No,
minor
or even
league
Sam's
team.
Club. I know it's still Walmart brand,
And
right?
I was gonna
you know?
say, Walmart's like the most profitable company
That's
in
true.
the U.S.
That's true. Well, should we go? They're home. They're home. Well, should we go after round one in the fantasy draft?
Yes.
Let's
Ready
do it.
for it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty. So I got Justin starting off with the first pick. Then we got Team 2, Team 3 computer players. Then is myself at spot 4. Team 5 and Team 6 computer players Q-Tip. Team 8, Cole in 9th place. And Team 10 to wrap it off. Cole, I fucked you over a little bit. I want
Yeah,
to see
you
how you
did.
do without your main
Why
guy.
didn't you let me go with number 2? Like,
I wanna-
in our fantasy league. What the hell?
So first off, I did a 10 team just so we can get to most of the main characters. Because once you get to, I don't know, 15th round or whatever it
You
is,
did
12th
fuck me
round.
over.
I did.
Why?
I made you pick someone else besides Derrick Henry, so we're going to see what
Why,
happens.
man?
Hey, man, he might still be there.
Okay, so
All right. So,
He's
Justin,
not gonna still
you
be
have the number 1 pick.
Cam Newton,
No.
there. Don't fucking
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jonathan Taylor.
JT.
Yeah.
JT. Is there anyone else you would have debated if you didn't pick Jonathan Taylor?
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry would have been the next one.
Okay.
All right. Team 2, auto picks. Derrick Henry. Christian McCaffrey next off the clock. In my 10-team drafts, I have actually been enjoying taking the wide receivers first. So I am
Going Cooper Cup.
I'm going Justin Jefferson. Again, I said it last time. We only did a 3 or 4 round in our last episode. If you didn't check that out yet, lots of sports talk on that one. I'm going JJ. He is my number 1 wide receiver this year. I know Cooper Kupp still going to have a monster year, I would assume. There just isn't that many cooks in the kitchen in Minnesota, and I think he's the number 1 guy by far. So
Okay.
definitely my number 1 pick, especially for these 10-team drafts. Continue here. Eckler off the board, Delvin Cook, and then Q-Tip is next on the clock. What are you thinking, Q-Tip? Running back to start, wide receiver to start,
Give me Fournette.
Fournette
Dude.
to start.
Dude.
So
Wow, you're
a little bit of reach in round 1. The thing is, for me, I don't hate it. I don't hate it because Cole would probably grab him on the second round as it came through. So I honestly don't mind it. I think Fournette is super underrated. Not even gonna lie,
Yeah.
I do. All right,
okay.
Fournette is on the board. Next auto pick coming up from Team 8, Cooper Kupp. All right, Cole, you're now on the clock, my
You
friend.
see it.
Here you go. You were on the clock. Team number 9 is Cole. Then 2 picks by Team 10. And then Cole, you get another pick after this. So just keep that in mind. There's 2 picks after you. Then you're up again.
You won't do it, Cole. You won't pick.
What are we looking at? What are we comparing? Talk to us, Cole. What are we looking for?
Just looking at wide receivers.
Just gonna take Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase. I like it. I like it. All right, Cole. Your team is coming up next here real soon. An auto pick for Team 10. They take Najee. They take Devonta Adams. Cole, back on the clock again.
Alright, what running backs are left?
Here's the thing. You can't go Joe Mixon.
I know I can't go.
can. But with Jamar Chase, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
It's not worth it.
Here's the thing, though. If the Bengals score 5 touchdowns in a game, it's got to be divvy between all the players.
I mean, I did James Conner and DeAndre Hopkins last season.
That's true.
But then again, I picked James Conner as a bench running back.
Right, and way late.
And he overachieved
Hard.
last season. I was like, this was a steal of a pick. That I'm honestly looking to get him back again this year.
Yeah. We'll have to see kind of where he ends up in this round.
He's gonna be high. I know it.
I feel like he's
I got
either round 3 or 4.
DeAndre Swift.
DeAndre Swift for Cole. One wide receiver, one running back off the board. Q-Tip is now next on the board.
Is Stephon Diggs still good?
Diggs is there. I like the pick. Wide receiver, Stephon Diggs off the board. Q-Tip with Fournette and Diggs. Then T. Hill pops off the board. First tight end, Kelsey, pops off the board. I am up. Had Justin Jefferson. Here's a question for you, Justin, because I'm curious, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want. Alvin Kamara, you're gonna keep him this year? He does have. Is it confirmed that 6-game suspension?
He was getting suspended.
He was in a fight after the Super
Arrested,
Bowl.
right? Yeah.
He got
in
arrested.
Vegas.
So I know there were
what?
talks. I just don't know if it's going to be this
Something.
season or next season.
Kamara did.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so out of character for him. He's actually like a really good guy too.
I don't know. A 6-game suspension is expected for Kamara, but the legal process will need to wrap up before the NFL season starts.
Well, that depends. Like if he got arrested for hitting a girl, he's not going to get suspended.
Right.
Because you know
Well,
how Roger Goodell is about that.
yeah,
stuff.
I knew you were going to go that route with that, but...
But you know if there's a ball that gets deflated just a little bit, he'll put you in the electric chair and fry that switch.
Hey man, that's worthy too.
Yeah.
Should. So I'm gonna leap around a little bit. I don't like Nick Chubb. I think he's a fine player, not a bad pick in the first couple rounds here. Just think he's kind of injury prone. I want someone to play every single game. Kamara, again, I'm worried about that suspension right now. At least we know it's a little early. I'm gonna go with Aaron Jones.
Not a bad pick.
Again,
Not a bad
reaching
pick.
a little bit, but I think without Devontae Adams in that offense, they're going to be looking to someone else to get that ball. Yes, they have those wide receivers,
Vikings and
but
Packers right away, huh, Trent?
week 1? Oh, for my picks, yes,
Hey.
Jefferson and Jones. You're right.
Hey, you guys, do you guys have plans for Thanksgiving this year?
What?
You guys
Bruh.
want to go to Patriots Vikings at US Bank? I'm going.
Maybe
Possibly.
Yeah.
that would be dope.
Wait, like on Thanksgiving Day?
Yep.
Damn.
Probably
I
not.
don't know. Yeah,
Probably
going.
not.
Why?
Guys,
I'll probably watch it at home, yeah.
I'll watch it at home with my family. Yeah.
Football.
Kind of cool.
That would be
Alright,
dope.
I didn't host
I'm
tickets,
going. My dad even said, "Yeah, I don't expect you to come back for that."
Yeah.
He's like, "Who knows? I might fly out to join you because I've never been to a Thanksgiving Day NFL game."
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I would do
that would be cool.
I just want to know if they'll be selling like turkey legs in the concession stand.
Maybe.
True.
Probably.
I
mean,
don't
why would
know.
they not?
They do at fairs and shit, obviously, but like stadium, I don't know. I don't think they would change their menu just because it's Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Here's one thing
It's
I've
more
always
expensive
wondered.
on a holiday like that, or do you think they're
Nope.
cheaper?
I think all the food is the
Cheaper 'cause
same.
people are less to go?
It's
No, I'm
definitely
saying
all the
tickets,
same.
Like the tickets.
Oh, the
Actually,
Oh,
tickets?
they'll probably be more expensive, if anything.
I think it's probably the same.
I think it would be the same because
I could see it both ways, but
yeah. So here's a good question before we go on with this.
Yep.
Not that bad.
So Atlanta, the Falcons Stadium,
Tickets, obviously.
they're really known for their fan-friendly concession prices. Their
Mm-hmm.
prices are actually really cheap. A beer is $5, a hot dog's
That's pretty
$3,
good,
that's not bad. Yeah.
popcorn's $2.
Kinda
And
like
get
a bar,
this,
basically.
they're the only stadium in the NFL that has a Chick-fil-A in it.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing: do they actually use it because football is played on Sundays?
True.
Ah, true.
Like,
True, that's kinda
When they
trouble.
opened up the stadium, they said there's a Chick-fil-A in there. I was like, but that's kind of against the point because Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays unless they truly make an exception for
I
that.
don't
Right.
think so, though.
I don't
That's
know.
kind of troll, though.
It's brand specific though that they don't work on Sundays,
But
so there's
then-
no way.
But then again, the Falcons aren't the only ones playing there. You have Atlanta United.
True.
That's
College.
true.
Yeah, true. So
Okay, if
maybe
it's a
just turn
shared
football
stadium,
games.
then that makes sense because college always plays on Saturdays, right?
Yeah.
College kids, Chick-fil-A, money.
And concerts too.
Right,
True.
right. So,
I've seen videos of concerts at Mercedes-Benz. It gets
Hmm.
lit there.
interesting. All right, after my pick of Aaron Jones, Kamara, and Nick Chubb go off the board. Justin, you have the next 2 picks coming up here.
Let's see. Give me Deebo Samuel.
Debo, I like it. I like it. You do have another pick after this, but first, before we go on to that one, why'd you choose Debo? Because there is CeeDee Lamb ranked above him a little bit.
I think Debo's better than CD. I just think he was more effective last season. He kind of picked up the 49ers. I remember they were in kind of a funk last year, and you also have to remember, I'm not a firm believer in this statement that a lot of people put out there saying, I personally don't agree with it, but it's kind of the amount of people I hear say it's kind of shying me away from it, saying Dak Prescott is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. I don't necessarily agree with that statement, but with the amount of people saying it, it kind of starts to be like, do I really trust him even if he has an elite receiver? So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it at all, but you do have one more pick on the board here, Justin.
Give me my twin brother. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, huh? Okay, first quarterback.
Everyone says I look like
off
him.
the board.
What do you guys think? Do I look like Josh Allen?
Not really.
I can just see it because that's how your beard grows and you have short hair kind of like that.
Kind of the same smile, too.
Yeah, I guess. You guys both look a little goofy, yeah.
It was the first person to say that was my boss at Coburn's Liquor. Shout out, Brad.
Interesting. After Josh Allen goes off the board with Justin, Mark Andrews, second tight end off the board, CeeDee Lamb, and then I am up again here.
Are you gonna run it back like Saquon?
I don't like these guys.
Yeah, this is where it gets really
I think it's this third, fourth round that's pretty sus. I mean, we got Saquon out here who's had some, injury issues in the past. Javonte Williams, who I think is way overrated this year, but someone's going to have to pick him. Melvin Gordon's still there, 1-year contract. They were 50-50 split last year, injuries aside, of course. And we have A.J. Brown as well, totally new offense. I am going to actually snag Mike Evans.
Okay.
I think Mike Evans and Justin Jefferson would be a great starting wide receiver team for any team. They're 2 number ones easily. Mike Evans, most touchdowns last year, I believe?
I think so.
If not top 3, easily for sure. So I am going with Mike Evans. Pass on a couple people, but we'll see who comes off the board here. There's Barkley and Williams, just like I mentioned. Figured that would happen, and now Q-Tip is up again. Q-Tip has a running back, Fournette, and Stephon Diggs, the wide receiver. What do you think next? We got A.J. Brown, wide receiver next on a brand new offense. Kyle Pitts, overrated tight end with no offense. Patty Mahomes, quarterback. It's up to you if you want to pick him.
Jesus Christ, it's tough, man.
Q-Tip, pick me. Please pick me, Q-Tip. I'll win you the
Patty.
whole Yay!
Patty off the board.
Thank you, Matt Records. See you later.
All right, Patty off the board. Team 8 picks Kyle Pitts. And Cole is now on the clock.
Keenan Allen went that far down?
Keenan Allen is still there. He's still sticking around.
Huh.
And again, this is a 10-team draft. We're used to the 12s. But
see, I think Zeke is still, in my opinion, I still think Zeke Elliott is still an elite running back. I am so shocked that he was under Saquon.
I agree. It's just both of them have the same injury concerns. I'm not going to lie.
Not as much as Saquon, though. Zeke.
It's fair.
I mean, what big injury has Zeke really had?
I feel like he was out for some of the year last.
Well, he was out a couple years ago for 6 games because of the domestic violence.
Keenan Allen.
Yeah, I talked you right into that.
Keenan Allen. Why'd you go with Keenan Allen, Cole?
Because the Chargers are a super hot offense in general, and he is the number 1 wide receiver there. Mike Williams still can't completely catch the ball, so Keenan Allen's always his main target.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't mind it at all. Team 10 then grabs 2 more running backs, Cam Akers and Ezekiel Elliott.
I bet Trent loves it every single time he says Team 10.
Oh, yeah.
Team 10. What, can you feel me from there?
Yeah,
I think James.
Sisters.
So the next few options, I hate them all. and for running back. It's James Conner in Arizona. Bad pick.
James Conner, Justin.
David Montgomery, Antonio Gibson, who's hurt. Bryce Hall, the new rookie running back. J.K. Dobbins, Josh Jacobs.
There are some question marks in there.
There's Etienne, who could be good, and Elijah Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that they're supposed to be giving Elijah Mitchell most of the work, but Elijah Mitchell was also hurt a lot last year.
So before you guys go on,
I'm choosing my player first.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to choose Travis Etienne and take a gamble.
All right.
So last night I was on Twitter if you haven't already, follow our MMA account, Bet MMA. Michael Bisping posted this last night. And I was like, okay, I want to see if there's anything in history. And I found out this happened 13 years ago yesterday. And I commented it on the post when he got viciously knocked out by Dan Henderson. And then someone clapped back with second fight was even better.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is running backs is Singletary still open?
Who?
Singletary?
No, you don't want him yet. You don't want him yet.
Grab Singletary?
You do not.
I do want to grab him.
You do not.
I need Singletary right now.
Okay. All right.
You're just giving them better picks, dude.
Sure. That's what you say.
Q-Tip grabs Devin Singletary. Why? He's someone from your team last year, isn't he?
Because his name sounds cool.
I know that Singletary did decent at the end of the last season, and I think he'll do better this season.
Like the last few games.
Yeah.
There you go. Buffalo
also
doesn't
old.
have a solid running back, though.
Bro.
I will say Buffalo doesn't have that solid running back. But
Yeah, but that's why they got James Cook in the draft this year.
that's true.
Who's also more than likely going to be a factor. So
That's true. We will see what happens, though. Nonetheless, next two players off the board: T. Higgins and Justin Herbert. What are you guys' thoughts of T. Higgins going in the third? This in this case, it's the fourth round after Jamar Chase's round one. Do you think he's worthy? Do you think that's a fine spot for him?
Yeah.
Think it's fine?
Yeah.
See enough volume?
I think it's all right. Joe Burrow throws everywhere.
I know. I don't mind it. If he falls to me, maybe I would take it. I just in a 10 team, I would wait till the fifth round. If he falls, I don't think he would. I would let someone else take that wide receiver 2 in that offense. There's other wide receiver 1s out there.
Question: when is the draft?
Our draft
Yeah.
is undecided, to be determined. We're looking in maybe week 1 of preseason, maybe week 2, but we're waiting until one of the last weeks there.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that as well, because we will have a ton of more stuff coming as our draft comes closer as well. With me on the board here, I already have 2 main dope wide receivers. I got to pick a running back. I also love James Conner. Kyler Murray has been iffy, especially last season. I don't know what's going to happen this year. We have Hopkins that's out the first 6 games on a suspension. They're going to have to do something, and even when they're on the 1-yard line, they're going to have to push it in with someone. James Conner's the main back there. I'm picking James Conner. After that, Montgomery goes off the board, who I also like as well. I'm not going to lie. Antonio Gibson, who I like as a third running back. I won't lie. Just running back 2. I don't know about that one. But, Justin, you're back on the clock. Might as well show you the players. That might help you a little bit. If you want to look at a position, let me know. We got 2 tight ends ranked up next according to the Sleeper app. That's where we are doing this draft today. We got Kittle, Waller, Deontay Johnson, Pittsburgh, who I think we should talk about in a little bit. Metcalf, McLaurin, Waddle, Josh Jacobs.
Give me Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs. Why are you picking Josh Jacobs?
Because I need a second running back, and besides, I'm getting the next pick afterwards.
Which is true. So Josh Jacobs is ranked, however, underneath Breece Hall and J.K. Dobbins.
Who?
Nah, that was going to be my question to you. Why? But if you said who,
That's
what I
figured. I don't even know who Breece Hall is.
He's the new rookie running back.
He's the new rookie running back for the Jets. Exactly. So I think he's fucking overrated.
He's cursed.
I think he's overrated. He's cursed. I think he's overrated. He's got a mama slayer Zach Wilson as his quarterback. So
yeah, right.
Give me Darren Waller.
Darren Waller, first tight end off the board. Cole is crying.
Yeah, my whole team's gone basically already
No.
from last year.
Yep, that's
My
true.
whole team last year is gone already.
Sorry, Cole. That's why I put you at the end, because I had to mix it up for you. We don't want to give your secrets away, right, Cole? We want to save your secrets to the actual draft, right? And
yes.
kind of curious what you think about these other players that you might not have the opportunity to pick. Next couple off the board is Scary Terry McLaurin and DK Metcalf. Any thoughts about the Seattle situation with Metcalf and Lockett and that kind of quarterback situation
Honestly, I think they're both going to suffer a
Dude,
lot.
I should have taken Metcalf.
Because they
now
got
that I
Geno
think about it.
Smith at quarterback, or who's the
Oh,
other
yeah,
option?
actually.
there? Yeah, it's going to be Geno or
Didn't they-
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. See, those are both horrible options. When Geno Smith took over for when Russell was hurt last year, he lost
He-
almost every single game.
He put on a good performance in his first game.
Yeah, and then
he had a
not good at all.
1% fantasy, and he put up like fucking 40 points.
Yeah.
And that's about it. That was his first game. He didn't do anything else after that.
Right, and he hasn't had, the opportunity to, A, start with the starters until this offseason, B, start in many games because Russ has been pretty consistent and usually pretty much in all the time, right? So I'm interested to see how it plays out. Drew Lock is an option. Sounds like it's a 50-50 who starts truly. We might get a, Carolina situation in Seattle
I
next
think
year.
So.
We might, with multiple quarterbacks starting each week. But nonetheless, I am back on the board. I need another running back if there's one available. And we were getting down there.
There
we were
are
getting
no
freaking
good
down
running
there, bro.
backs left, man.
We're getting down there. There are not many, true starters there. There's Patterson way down a little bit. Not
But
really
he's-
high on him.
No, but he's like a wide receiver running back, dude. I picked him up in free agency.
I
That's
know.
true.
It was the best pickup I made. It's
helped
the
him at
reason
beginning.
it's the reason I made the playoffs was because of him.
That's true.
And because he was the MVP of the Falcons last season.
Oh, easily, no
Kyle
doubt.
Pitts was.
No.
No, Patterson was.
Yeah, no. Pitts just didn't have that great of a performance. He just didn't get the opportunities,
yeah,
which is the biggest
only
thing.
did well for about the first 6 games.
That's what I was
and
gonna
he
ask you.
started to go off.
No, I feel like the last 3 weeks he
Drop
didn't
off
do
a
much.
little
Did he,
bit.
Justin?
No, every
He
single.
dropped off a little bit.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Keep going. I'm gonna check my
I
stats
can maybe
from
even
last season.
I can maybe even find it on here. Let me pull this up. Yep, 2021. Here we go. Where are the fantasy points? Here we are. Fantasy points standard. He had. Going to just check the last couple games of the season. 1 point in game 18, 5 points in game 17, 7 in week 16, 2 points in week 15. Week 14 he had almost 12. Week 13 he had almost 10. Week 12 he had 25.5. And the couple weeks before that he was pretty consistent with double digits. Earlier in the season is when they kind of brought him out and he
Yep.
was a surprise. 17.9 points, 10.2 points. Then he had that monster game of 29.6 points. So had 2 games over 20, which is pretty freaking dope, especially for a late round or, in your case, a waiver wire grab. Throw him in at flex and see what happens.
Super Bowl champion too.
But again, it just I'm just not feeling it. I'm just gonna take a chance on Breece Hall just because I need a running back. I'm not very confident in it, but I do think if he's your third running back, it won't be a bad option. We don't know what's gonna happen there. Supposedly, quote unquote,
He
he's
doesn't
the guy.
even have a picture.
He doesn't even have a picture. I know. I think it's funny too. I don't even know what he looks like. But here we go. Picked him as my third running back. Deontay Johnson goes off the board, and George Kittle as well. So Cole kind of shook his head before we get to Q-Tip's turn with Deontay Johnson. Why?
Because Deontay Johnson was getting 10-plus targets every single game last year. It didn't even matter that he wasn't getting, super long throws. He was just eating up targets and eating up short yardage. And then he'd pop out with a big touchdown every once in a while. This year they're going to be using him just as much. I guarantee it. And I think he's a really underrated wide receiver right now.
I just don't like that offense. I will say. There's no Big Ben. We don't know what's going to happen.
Big Ben was inhibiting the offense at that point last year. Last year, Najee Harris and Deontay Johnson pulled that team as far as they got. And their defense. Kinda. Their defense sucked somewhat for half of the year, and that was okay.
Well, here's the real question then. Is Kenny Pickett, the rookie quarterback this season, possibly starting for the Steelers, an upgrade from Big Ben? Not in his prime, right? Big Ben in his prime, awesome. But is he an upgrade or a downgrade?
Honestly, I'd say an upgrade at this point
Looks
because
pretty,
even
he looks pretty good.
Big Ben was so inaccurate at the end of that season too last year. He couldn't move at all. He was a literal walking potato.
It's true.
This, I think it's going to be an upgrade, honestly. I think they'll do better this year compared to last year. They got into the playoffs by accident last year, basically.
Who did they lose to?
They weren't supposed to get in, and then two teams, I think the Chargers and some other team, lost that just put the Steelers in the playoffs.
I think they lost to Buffalo.
Something weird happened.
I don't remember either, but... I don't have a lot of faith in quarterbacks in their rookie season. Yes, there's been some great ones, right? Obviously Mac Jones' offense was good for his rookie season, helped him out tremendously. Just don't think that Pittsburgh's gonna be able to figure it out with a rookie quarterback. They have is it Mariota's? No, not Mariota. Can't think of who their backup is at this current second.
I think it is Mariota.
It's someone kind of like that who, yeah, sure, whatever. But
wait, is it Mariota or Mariota?
So I don't know. It's one of those. Same thing.
Give me Schultz.
Dalton Schultz, my favorite tight end this year, off the board on Q-Tip's team. So I'm curious, Mr. Q-Tip, I don't know much about fantasy, why you actually picked Dalton Schultz. What did you look up on your little phone device there, huh?
I don't know. It just looks like a decent performing tight end. I don't know. I really just seen a better tight end than what I had last year. So that's it.
Yep. No, I like it because here's the thing. You got CD Lamb, wide receiver 1. You got Michael Gallup, who should be probably injured for the first 4, if not 6 weeks, maybe we'll just say, who's always injury prone as well. Then you got no one. You got a couple people. You got Tony Pollard, who sounds like he's going to take wide receiver snaps this season. You got a couple of these guys, but you got the wide receiver 1, CD Lamb, if he's healthy. And then you got the tight end, Schultz. I think Dak is going to come back this season as well. Hot take. And I think Dalton Schultz is a tight end you need to grab this season. Hot take. Cole, you are up next on the board. DJ Moore is off the board. Your favorite player. Just kidding.
I don't care for DJ.
No, everyone in Carolina is trash. DJ Moore, if you fell one more round, maybe. Wide receiver 1 there, but that quarterback situation is a fucking mess.
Yes, it is.
So, forget about it. Forget about it.
Lord, there's not much left.
Cole has Team 9 up. And then we do have Team 10 with 2 back-to-back picks. And then remember, Cole, you got another one as well here coming up. So,
I know.
Damn, no, I get back-to-back picks.
You don't.
because you're not in the end.
I
I'm
get
in
back-to-back
ninth.
picks.
Yep.
I'm in
That's
ninth.
fucked up.
So.
Yep. So what are we looking for, Cole? What are you clicking on? Are you looking at the whole list? Are you looking at a position?
I want to get a quarterback because, frankly, my running backs are hurting so much, and there's literally nothing left really here that matters.
That's true.
Tight end would be kind of a saving grace here, but at the same time,
I will say, remember that this is a 10-team draft. Do I say a quarterback's a bad decision right now? You got your main couple starters? No. But 10, maybe 20 quarterbacks should be off the board. That means 12 should be remaining, unless someone picks 3 quarterbacks. But there are a lot of options out there for 10-team teams for quarterbacks. So just keep that in mind. Tom Brady was, the 12th quarterback, 10th quarterback, 14th quarterback off the board last year and finished top 3.
Should have been
saying.
the MVP.
Just saying. Hey, man, that was A-Rod all day, baby, all day. Just kidding.
Honestly, might just take Jerry Jeudy because with Russell Wilson, Denver is supposed to be super good this year.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
And running back wise, there's nothing. So honestly, I might just take Jerry Jeudy.
Yep.
And why is it not letting me take him? Oh, he hasn't set the player.
It's so spoiled cold. Don't know how to use the draft.
All right, Jerry Jeudy off the board. CPU picks Jalen Waddle, my favorite wide receiver of last year, and Lamar Jackson. Is that your next pick, Cole, or what, huh?
Honestly, I have Chase so Joe Burrow is still up.
Get a little stack going.
I think that's a pretty great stat.
I like it. It's pretty OP, I'm not going to lie.
I know, it's a really OP stat.
OP stack.
Honestly, I think I kind of have to do it. Taking Joe Burrow. He's not going to be here by the time it gets back to me.
I agree.
So I'm taking Joe Burrow.
It's 50-50, but I do agree.
Man, you just killed Ricky's hopes and dreams.
Why?
That's his dude.
Joey?
Yeah.
Joey B off the board for Cole's team. We do now have Q-Tip back on the board after Michael Pittman
All right.
just came off for Team 8.
give me Justin Tucker.
What the heck?
The first kicker off the board. The best kicker. May I
You're
add?
even trying.
No, he's not trying. There's
No,
way.
honestly, I think having a consistent kicker is important because then you get a consistent amount of points. I think it's a pretty
You
Hot
can
take.
find a picker. You can find a good kicker halfway through the season, man.
No.
Yep. Hot
But
take.
You won't find one like Justin Tucker.
Sure.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
No.
you can.
No, I
Tyler
don't think
Bass
so.
last year was pretty great.
It's true. There's always one swimmer in the pool or in the lake, right? But nonetheless, Justin Tucker goes off the board in the 6th round. I would always suggest, like I always say, double digits for defenses and kickers.
Yeah, look,
But
there goes Kyler.
here we go. Kyler Murray off the board.
Joe Burrow would've been
Next,
gone right
Chris
there.
Godwin, who in the 6th round, I don't think is a bad grab. Yes, injuries are concerning with Godwin, but pretty solid when he's on the field, I do have to say. Next up here, I got my 2 wide receivers and my 1 running back.
This is pretty cool.
So I think I'm going to take a peek at quarterback, see who's left. I mean, we got 5 solid guys that'll come. I think it'll come back to me. I'm not even worried. I don't really care about any of these guys more than the less. So I'm going to go with Amari Cooper, number 1 wide receiver for Cleveland. I don't care who's throwing the ball.
Deshaun Watson, though.
He's not going to be. But otherwise,
Who's throwing the ball?
the other dude.
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh,
Yeah,
God. Oh,
Jacoby
God.
Brissett.
Oh,
So
God. You're choosing. Oh, God.
I'm taking Amari Cooper. I'm not confident on the Watson situation at all, but he's the only guy out there. Yeah,
I mean,
there's a couple
Brissett can
people,
throw
but
the ball. He can.
Yeah,
They're
he's
not a
also
bad quarterback.
He's extremely injury prone as well.
That's true. All right,
All
Team
right.
3, J.K. Dobbins off the board.
And who's next?
CEH off the board. Justin now has back-to-back picks.
Let me see wide receivers.
So you got 1 wide receiver, 2 running backs,
I have
tight end,
one
quarterback.
of them, yeah.
See if I can make it a little bit bigger for you here. We got Cortland Sutton, top recommended. Allen Robinson on the Rams, who maybe we can talk about him. Mike Williams is still there. Michael Thomas is still there, who is questionable, and who knows what's going to happen to him this year. He didn't play for me at all a single game last year, so that was fucking bullshit.
Scroll up.
Marquise Brown. Mike Williams, as you mentioned down there as well.
Give me Mike Williams.
Mike Williams. I like it. That would have been
What else do we have?
Mike Williams. We got Hopkins again out for his first 6 games. Thielen. We got the rookie Treylon Burks for Tennessee. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Give me Thielen, actually.
Thielen. Alrighty. I like it. I'm not going to lie. I think it's a little far, but I don't mind
good.
it. He is super solid. I don't know why he goes this low in drafts, so I don't actually really hate it, but you do have one more pick now on the board after adding your 2nd wide receiver to your team.
Oh.
We got Devontae Smith down here. We got Juju. We got Darnell Mooney. We're still only looking at wide receivers here. Brandon Cooks, number 1 wide receiver for Houston. Still got Mike Williams. Still got Sutton, new quarterback. Mike Williams. Mike Williams is that 2nd pick there. I would have picked Williams first. It doesn't fucking matter. You got them both. I like both those players, though, nonetheless. Team 2, auto picks, Cortland Sutton. T.J. Hawkinson is now off the board as well, and I was going to go for a tight end, but now don't care. My quarterback is still on the board. Usually I'd pick Dak in the situation, but I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts. Fuck it. I think he's a little bit more mobile, obviously. Dak, again, I swear he's going to come back this year. I swear, bro. I swear he's going to come back. But I do like Jalen Hurts. grabbed him there. Rookie running back for Seattle, Walker is now off the board. And then Michael Thomas.
I do not like Jalen Hurts.
Why? Why don't you like Jalen Hurts?
Fucked me over last year not giving Miles Sanders the ball.
Yeah.
I picked Sanders as one of my top running backs. It said that he was going to be like elite, and he didn't.
Surprised you didn't pick him here.
Never gave him the ball.
He's still on the board.
Never gave him the ball.
The problem there, and Q-Tip is now on the board with the next pick, but the problem there with that running back core is, yes, Miles Sanders is the quote-unquote number one.
I think he got.
But they keep pounding it in with Jordan Howard and, Gainwell. They keep pounding it in with those other guys.
Right away.
He's so good.
He was going defense next.
Miles Sanders is such a talented running back, but he's a
Quarterbacks coming
horrible
next.
fantasy pick, and it's not even his fault.
Here we go, Q-Tip. Dak Prescott, Dallas. Russell Wilson, Denver. A lot of hype there. Tom Brady, good old TB, Tampa Bay. Aaron Rodgers, the MVP from last season. Actually, last 2 seasons, Aaron Rodgers was the MVP of the NFL.
Matthew Stafford went that low.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say Stafford, honestly.
So, Q-Tip, we're gonna wait. All right. I think you should pick another position. Matthew Stafford again. This is only a 10-team league. He'll be there. Pick him next round.
Oh my god.
Or maybe he won't be cute.
Marquise Brown.
Marquise Brown, I like it. Is that your take?
That's who you're remembering.
All right.
All right, fine. I'll
Q-Tip
take
takes Marquise Brown.
Literally, at this point, you could just tell Q-Tip who to take.
I know.
Marquise Brown is my favorite. Okay, I keep saying this. My favorite sleeper pick, right? But, I mean, he's going around 7, almost got pushed around 8, and he's going to be the number 1 wide receiver for the first 6 games next season. If him and Kyler Murray already don't have chemistry right now in this offseason and the preseason couple games, they're going to have it in the first 6 weeks. DeAndre Hopkins is out. They traded for him as well to get Marquise Brown. I see nothing wrong with it. I think he's going to be super solid this year. Elijah Mitchell goes next. Cole's favorite running back.
The pick before me?
All right, Cole. Here's your running back, Miles Sanders.
Yeah, now I've got crap.
Bro, take Damien Harris.
No.
He's good.
Okay, Justin, give us your take on that fucking running back situation. I
He's
had
the
Damien
most
Harris.
underrated
I had
running
Damien
back
Harris
in the NFL.
Super solid.
Look
but
at his stats.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Ramondre Stevenson picked it up at the end of the season.
Right. That's my concern.
But Harris is number 1. And Bill Belichick loves the running back game nowadays.
So
I'm telling you, Cole, Damien Harris.
This isn't the real draft, though.
I know,
It isn't.
but I'm just saying.
Nonetheless, this is real insight, Cole. That's the whole point of this. And if you guys are still listening, make sure to drop a follow. This is super fun, and we invite and love you guys for joining us. So, Cole is still picking on the board. I had Damien Harris. Probably picked him up week 3 or something because CMC got injured. Antonio.
He just picked up Knox.
I got Dawson Knox.
Dawson Knox?
I like the Buffalo offense, and he's a key player.
I like it. Hopkins off the board. I think he is a great pickup for, round 8, round 9, something like that. A bench stash for 6 weeks, and then, throw him up in your lineup weekly after that. You need your 2 solid wide receivers after that, and you need a solid flex. Otherwise, you're losing the first 6 games of the season. So don't pick him unless you got something solid already, but I think he's a solid pick this late in the draft. I'm going to go back here. Sorry, Cole. There you go.
Yeah.
Cole's back on the board with some more picks.
See, I really like Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, I know you do.
The problem is I already have DeAndre Swift.
It's true. Against wide receiver and a running back, not the same position, same offense, I know.
Same offense, and I don't want to stack my cards in the Detroit offense.
Okay, that's a good take.
That's why I'm so hesitant to
take.
even pick DeAndre Swift.
Same, but he did awesome last year.
Did he?
Yeah, he finished top 10. He finished top 10 easy.
You never would have known with his team.
You wouldn't have.
Honestly, I've got a sleeper that I think will still be there once it gets back to me. So
Who's that?
I'm not going to tell you.
I knew it.
So
Tip number 1 of the draft from Cole. Never say you're expecting to get someone.
I'll just take Damien Harris, whatever.
Damien Harris. I don't hate it. Again, he's your third running back, sorry. Not a bad backup. Use him on a flex week or a bye week again. Use him in a flex if he's doing good.
Receivers, that's about it.
Yep. I think it's a solid take there. Dak Prescott goes off the board next there. Hey, Q-Tip, you picked Patty Mahomes, so we're not picking Stafford this round. Sorry, bud.
What? Why?
It's only week 8 or pick 8, and we already got a quarterback out there for you. So
Yeah, I forgot you had Mahomes too. What the hell?
yeah.
What a second
So
quarterback, man.
so Q-Tip, you have 2 running backs and 2 wide receivers currently. Either one would be a great option for a backup for you. Would you like to look at a running backs or wide receivers?
Wide receivers.
Wide receivers. All right, we're going to recommend the top couple here for you. Amon-Ra St. Brown, number 1 in Detroit. Brandon Cooks, number 1 in Houston. Both iffy offenses, but again, number 1 guy in both of those stadiums on both those offenses there. Treylon Brooks, a decent rookie. We'll see if it's worth it. They traded a lot of capital in not only picks, but a solid player as well for Treylon Burks to draft him this year. Darnell Mooney, arguably the number 1 for Chicago as well, with a growing Justin Fields as his quarterback. You got Juju. Throw him with your quarterback, Patty Mahomes. Make a stack.
You could do that. It's not a bad idea.
You have Devontae Smith.
Juju's
I'll
number
take
1.
Juju. I'll take
Juju's
Juju's number 1 too.
Juju with the next pick. I will not lie. I am hesitant about all of those wide receivers in that offense. Who's going to come on top? I don't know, but we keep hearing good shit about Juju, so it might happen. It truly might happen.
But he's coming back from a torn ACL.
That's true.
Amon-Ra,
That's true.
St. Brown, and
Amon-Ra
Miles
and Miles Sanders goes off the board. So I'm not going to lie. I was looking at Miles Sanders just because, again, he's that number 1 running back. Stash him as a bench. See what happens with him.
Yes,
I know.
He also
I know.
said, "Don't draft me this year."
I know.
He straight up said, "Don't draft."
He did.
Me.
Yeah.
He did. A Twitter
Yeah.
quote.
Who did?
Miles Sanders
Oh, jeez.
said, "Don't draft me." I think
Trust me, taking it from a guy who had him last year, don't. And it's not even because I'm saying he's a bad player. He's an incredible player. He's a horrible fantasy player, and it's not even his fault.
Yeah.
I don't know if he slept with Philadelphia's head coach's wife or something. He does not give him the ball, nor does he play him.
Jeez.
I think so. Truly, I was gonna pick him because he's the only number 1 wide or running back left on the board. You got Kareem Hunt, decent second. He's a good backup. That's who Cole wants next. Or AJ Dillon, good backup flex player. Cordell Patterson still up there. That's who Justin's gonna take. Pollard up there as well. Anyways. I'm going to go with my guy, Darnell Mooney. Love the offense. I think Justin Fields only has time to improve this season, and Darnell Mooney is going to be his number 1 guy again in this season. So, next couple off the board. Wilson, Tom Brady, next off the board. Justin is now on the clock. 2 back-to-back picks. Last pick in round 8, and the last pick in round 9.
What's left for running backs?
Running backs. Here we go. Remember, this is who you're going to pick? Patterson? Remember? I called that?
Ooh, no. Actually,
Ooh.
give me Pollard.
Pollard. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't know.
All right, good take. Hot take.
All
Hot take.
right. And then
I did, again, I think I said this earlier. He is supposed to be taking sets at wide receiver. Maybe they're going to use him a little bit more. Don't think it's a bad pick. In these later rounds. I'd wait double digits for him personally, but I don't think it's a bad grab.
Now, in fantasy, do 2 tight ends play or just one at
Nope,
once?
1 tight end spot. You can. Oh, you mean on the field at the same time? No, fantasy football. 1 tight end slot. You can always put a tight end in the flex if you wanted, but that's kind of tricky to do. You got so many other players every
Give
week.
me Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks off the board. I like it. I like it. Next couple players off. AJ Dillon off the board. Drake London off the board. Supposedly number 1 wide receiver for Atlanta. That is the rookie they grabbed this season.
Yep.
And now, yeah, it's me. I am back
Pick
now.
Jake Paul. Isn't he going to the NFL?
Yeah,
He might.
Everything.
He'll go back to the NFL when OBJ goes back. Ohio boys.
Oh, yeah, that's right. OBJ, he tore his ACL in the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
So how long is he out for?
So he got injured. It sounds like he's quote-unquote working on a deal to get back with the Rams for another run-it-back season to a Super Bowl championship, right?
Yeah,
kind of
because
thing.
he only
But
signed a 1-year contract.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. So that's the story. But sounds like he's still training. I haven't seen anything about the injury, doing anything with him. But he still is.
That late in the season.
He still
though.
is a free agent, though. But yeah, that did happen, and here we are. I next am going to grab my favorite tight end of the draft this season, especially because I'm grabbing him in almost the 10th round, Zach Ertz for the Arizona Cardinals. Again, we got Hopkins, who is out for the Cardinals for 6 weeks. Zach Ertz did amazing once he went to Arizona as well, midway through half season. When it finished one of the top quarterbacks for the end or the latter half of last season as well. So I think that's a solid tight end to add to anyone's team this late in the draft. Two newer wide receivers going off the board. We got Wilson on the Jets and Burks as well for Tennessee, the rookie they grabbed this season. And Q-Tip is on the board with the next pick. So Q-Tip doesn't really need anything crazy. We're just picking backups to this point. He does not have a defense, and I would not be surprised if he grabs one here. But
Whoa. Let me look at Teasian.
tight end, another tight end. Goddard is a great go-to. Then we have the Pittsburgh guy. Miami is pretty iffy. Goddard is the last solid tight end on the board currently. Goddard and Ertz are the last two. I think personally, once you get to that point in the draft, you have to grab one of them. And if you don't, you're taking a chance. You might as well wait till the last round to grab your tight end. They're all going to be there. Might as well just pick whoever you want at that point. Kareem Hunt now goes off the board. That was Cole's pick, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't Cole's pick. Is Miles Sanders still there? Miles Sanders still there?
Oh boy, let's see what Cole picks.
I am going to be taking Rashad Penny,
Rashad Penny.
and I am not going to explain why.
Wow, why? The hell, Cole? The viewers want to know.
Because I want him in the actual draft.
Why?
None of your business.
I think Cole's playing with us. I think that running back situation is just too much up in there. Pete Carroll says, who's the normal guy that usually plays running back? For Seattle?
Dude.
God, I can picture his face. Can't remember it. But he had a neck injury, and he's like, oh, yeah, he probably won't play, but if he's healthy, we'll play him kind of thing. So it's like, okay, you have a rookie. You got this guy that Cole just picked, Rashad Penny, and you have the main guy who's been the starter for the past 5 years. Chris Carson. Yep, that's the guy. So
Chris Carson has a very large. He's probably not going to play again.
yeah, that's
his last surgery that he just got.
Right. That's the rumors. We should know more within the next month before the season starts.
Devontae Smith.
Devontae Smith. Why are you picking him? Wide receiver, Philadelphia.
Because I think if anyone's going to be getting the ball in the offense, because you're right, Jalen Hurts does love to run, does love to do all that fun stuff. He went to college with Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith popped off last year. I think he's just going to get bigger this year.
That's true. Don't mind that take there. There's two guys that I really love on the board right now.
I see them both.
I know, Renfro and...
Who's the running back I'm thinking about? It's fine. I don't mind Melvin Gordon in the later rounds. But nonetheless, Hunter Renfro is my pick right now. He's a top wide receiver available. Number 2 in a very stacked offense this season with the addition of Adams. Plus, again, you have the tight end Waller still sitting there. So, I am kind of taking a little bit of a risk with that. But as a bench stash, Hunter Renfro did awesome last year.
Yeah, he did really good last year.
I'll sit on him. Yeah, he was your wide receiver 1 last year.
Yeah, he was. He was pretty good.
When Thielen was injured, but...
I'm going to go with Chase Claypool.
Claypool. Hot take, why?
Forgot he plays.
Because he's a troll.
Dude, Chase Claypool is the Jake Paul of the NFL.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm number 1 wide receiver. That's me, Chase Claypool. That's what he said.
Really?
In an interview, yeah, he's like, I'm number 1 wide receiver this year. Like on your team or no, just like in general. Number 1 wide receiver. Just watch. All right, buddy. So, when someone's got that fire under
over
him,
50, like
yeah, no, and you got Deontay Johnson who performed better still.
Way better than you. I
don't know. Again, Big Ben was a little iffy. We haven't seen either of their true potentials. Both those wide receivers. I don't know. Not a bad take there. Justin, this is gonna be your last pick here. We are over the hour mark, so last round here. Cole gets one more pick, and we are gonna wrap this draft off. Justin's looking at defenses. Yeah, give us a take on a defense. Let's hear it. I'm in for it. I got another player in mind, but I'll take a defense take. You're going to pick the Patriots, huh?
Of course he is.
Patriots defense.
Bro, they have a very underrated defense.
It's true. I had them
Not
most of
bad,
last
you're right.
season.
It's not a bad defense.
I had them most of last season. I do think it's a pretty solid pick. Again, we're in double digits now. Might as well. Last round. But they're not going to be the first couple teams off the board. Maybe, top 6 or 7
Has the
defenses.
defense been
but
picked yet?
Nope, first defense. But like I said, last round, not a big deal.
Yeah.
Good take. I like Patriots defense as well.
He had to convince Q-Tip not to take a defense.
Yep, Q-Tip's going to take be defense next, but it is not his turn yet. It is my turn, and I'm going to pick.
Give me the Bills.
No, you don't.
You can have the Bills, but first, I'm going to pick their running back, who's better than Devin Singletary, and who will take over the starting job.
He
I
will,
don't know, dude. I
literally.
think Singletary is pretty good.
No.
I don't know either.
So if Singletary was still up, would you still take James Cook?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd
I
still
would
pick.
definitely
I'd
take
still pick
James
James
Cook.
Cook over him,
We'll
but
see, we'll see.
my other option, who I'm actually going to pick just for sake of doing it, Christian Kirk.
Jacksonville.
They paid a dick ton of money
I know
for
they
him.
did. It's
Pretty much set records for wide receivers.
and he's technically a wide receiver.
He's going to be a wide receiver 1, if not 2. He's quick, not a bad player. He wasn't utilized enough last season. Got Trevor Lawrence, another great weapon for him. They're building around Lawrence. They have, Travis Etienne, Lawrence's college running back, coming back to play with him as well. Make him a little bit more comfortable. Spend a dick ton of money on this wide receiver that they think is good. I like him in these later rounds. He's going in, rounds 10, 11. I think he's a great pick there. Q-Tip wants Bills defense.
He was a Buffalo soldier.
All right, Bills defense. And Cole, final pick
Wait,
of the draft.
Robert Woods plays for the Titans now?
Yes, Robert Woods, number 1 wide receiver on the Titans, besides their rookie, Treylon Burks. I do like Robert Woods. Yeah, again, double digits. Ryan Tannehill, not saying it's a great offense, but you got opportunity there. You got a flex play in the 10th, 11th round. I don't mind it at all. I'll take it.
What? I'm just going to... Wait, why is it? One sec.
What are you looking for? What position?
Oh, there it is. The Los Angeles Chargers defense.
Chargers defense.
San Diego.
There you go.
Because, come on, that thing's stacked now. That's all they did during the offseason is beef the hell out of their offense.
It's true.
Khalil Mack,
Yep.
one just got put there.
Yep. I was going to say, they have already had the great offense, so now that they've been adding to the defense. And, they had a pretty solid one to begin with.
Right.
The addition of that is
Joey
definitely
Bosa.
awesome as well. So finally here, before we wrap everything up, I want us all to look at our teams, see what we picked, and see who we maybe wish we didn't draft in that position. Justin, you're up first on the board. Taylor, Deebo Samuel, Josh Allen, Josh Jacobs, Waller, tight end, Adam Thielen, Mike Williams. Any position you wish you would have focused on more in this draft?
No, I think that's pretty solid.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid as well. Do you still agree with picking Josh Allen in the third
Yes.
round?
Yes, he's going to be MVP this year.
All right. Hot take. Josh Allen, MVP this season. My team next, Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, Mike Evans, James Conner, Breece Hall, Amari Cooper, Jalen Hurts, Mooney, Ertz, Renfro, Kirk. I think my team's pretty stacked, not going to lie. In the 10-team leagues, they look more stacked than they truly are. But with those 2 solid running backs, love James Conner. We talked about him already. I think it's pretty solid. My only concern is that third running back, Breece Hall. A lot of question marks there. I don't have a backup, at least at this point. I wanted to grab Miles Sanders, decided against it. Here we are. So, Q-Tip, pretty okay team except for the Singletary move
And Justin Tucker.
and Justin Tucker, but we'll move
I
on.
pick him like 12th in the real draft.
We'll move on. It's
No,
fine.
you can do it again. It's
We'll
fine.
move on.
Let's see.
And Cole, Jamar Chase. We got
Yeah.
Swift, Keenan Allen, ETN, Judy, Burrow, Knox, Harris, Penny, and Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Would you have picked someone else somewhere else,
I
or
would've
not
chosen-
pick someone?
You would have just drafted his real fantasy team.
No, I'm not. Oh, I would be so pissed if this was my real pick.
Honestly, I would be too.
I would be real mad.
Just looking at it.
Honestly, I don't really like my team other than the Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow stack, along with the Keenan Allen DeAndre Swift. Otherwise, frankly, I'd like to replace everyone.
So
Except for maybe Jerry Jeudy, but
the thing that really screwed you is the Elijah Mitchell thing.
I know if I had gotten Elijah Mitchell, it would have gone a lot better.
Yep, you would have grabbed him, had a decent running back 3.
But I don't have a good running back core at all.
No, ETN, I think he should do fine again. Again, it's Jacksonville.
I shouldn't have chosen ETN in the 4th round. I should have let someone else take him. He's too much of a gamble.
What I would have done, Cole, with your team, final thought here, I would have grabbed one of these guys. I love these back 4 guys, James Conner, Montgomery, Gibson, and Josh Jacobs.
I like Gibson, but
I know there's a lot of question marks with all of them. Gibson, very injury prone. Josh Jacobs did fine last season. Again, he has a boosted offense. I think they'll be able to move the ball more and keep him on the field more for more opportunities. Montgomery, Justin Fields, not a bad offense there as well. And again, James Conner, we both love him. So
you definitely did throw me for a loop putting me in 9th.
I know. I knew I would, and definitely did exactly what I thought. And we got some good takes for mixing it up for once. So,
well, thank you for joining us, Bet Records fans. That was our fantasy. Thank you for sticking by. If you're still here, be sure to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. We will see you next time. To all our loyal fans, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Justin. This is Trenton. This is Cole. This is Q-Tip. See you guys next time. Peace.
Peace.
Who did it do, Trip? I like how she move it. I like how she move it. I got that new whip. Who did it do, Trip? I like how she move it. I like how she move it.